discussing about the shell programming or shell script. Okay. And then we discussed how to take the input from the user using a read statement. Okay, so that will make the script interactive. Then we discussed using command line arguments, how to take the input from command line arguments. Okay, what are the position parameters? Okay, $star, $hash. Okay, and then we discussed about exit and exit status of a command. Okay, so there is a parameter called as dollar question mark, so which will list the exit status of the last command. And then the last we discussed about logical operators, that is and or. Okay. So today we'll discuss about if statement. We'll discuss about if statement. So we already studied about if statement. And you have studied in C programming how to write if statement, what is if else. Okay. So similar to that, okay, it is almost similar to your C programming. Okay. You can see here the if condition. They have three forms. Okay, there are three forms. So if statement makes two-way decisions, it is meant for making two-way decision depending on the fulfillment of the certain condition. Okay, based on the condition, we will go for one of the decision. Okay, so this is form one. So we have if condition. If it is successful, then we go for the first command. Else we go for the second command. So what we have to observe here, okay, so every if statement ends with fi. You can see here every form they end with if statement, they end with a delimiter fi. Okay, so this you have to remember. Okay, similarly we have a simple form here where we have only one execution command. If the command is successful, then we execute one statement. Okay, this is a simple form where we have only one statement and one condition. Okay, and the last form is if construct. Okay, in the exam they may ask you explain if construct with example. Okay, so here you can see there is a condition, then we execute the command. Else if, you have else if in C programming, right? Same way here we have elif. Okay, elif. Okay, so else we have one more command, so on. Okay, similarly we have so many statements here based on the condition. Okay, so this is similar to our C programming else if statement. Okay, so let's look into some examples. This is one example. So here you can see we have a condition. So this is a condition if grep. Okay. So what does this indicate? Caret symbol. In the pattern, if you have this regular expression, caret symbol, what does this indicate? Beginning. Correct. Can you hear me? You can hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So look at the output of this. sh if dot sh. Okay. And I'm giving the input. So I'm giving the input. So $1. What does $1 means? What is $1? What is $0? What is $2? Oh, we have studied right in argument, command line argument. What is $0?
Name of the file.
Name of the command or name of the program. $1. $1. What is
First
$1?
argument.
Okay, $1 is the first argument. Okay, similarly, $2 is the second argument. Here we have $1. That means we have to search for the pattern that begins with the $1. That is the first argument. So here I am passing the first argument, that is India. Okay, so it is searching for the line that begins with the first argument. So in my first argument here it is India. Is it 1.txt? Okay, clear, right? So grep command, it searches for the pattern, okay, the line that begins with India. Okay, if it is found in 1.txt file, then it displays pattern found, else it displays pattern not found. Okay, so this is similar to your if else statement. Okay, the only thing you have to remember here we have F5, the opposite reverse of if. Okay, so look at the output here. Okay, this pattern one, we don't have small letter India. Okay, we don't have that pattern. 1.txt. So let me give save this pattern India. Now you see, I'll execute this command with the capital letter India. Okay. Now what it will do? It will give the output. Okay, it will execute the grep command, it will give the output, and then it will display pattern found. Okay, so first it will give the output of the grep command, and then if it is found, then it will display pattern found. This is very simple example. Okay, so you can do this example if they ask you about if condition. And there are few more examples. Okay. Here there is one example. If 1.txt or 1.sh. Okay. So what we are doing here is sh. Okay. So look at let's understand the program. Okay, first we have the statement, enter the file name. Okay, we have to enter the file name. So which will be read by, okay, which will be read by F1 and F2. So F1 will be having the first file name and F2 is having the second file name. Okay, then file 1 and file 2, there are two variables, file 1 and file 2. What it will do? ls minus l $1, okay, cut minus c 1 to 10. So here we are checking whether, okay, this is a program, we are checking whether the permission of two files are identical. Okay, here I have two files here, ls minus l. Okay, let me give this file 1.txt and one more file chap. Now my program, what it does is it is checking whether these two files are having the same permission. Okay, whether they are having the same permission, whether the file is having the same permission. Yes or no? Whether the file is having same permission.
Yes,
Please
ma'am.
respond. Yes? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here you can see all are having, okay, so here RW user, okay, then group R and others are having read permission. Okay, so you can see here these two files are having the same permission. Now in this ls, okay, I have these many things. Okay, so there are so many attributes are there. We have last modification time, then owner name, group owner name, but I am interested only with these this much. Okay, I'm interested from only till here to here. Okay, so that means how many characters? How many characters are there in this? From here to here, how many characters? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it 10? Yes. I'm interested only with this 10 characters because I need only the file permission. I don't want anything else. So that is why I'm using here cut minus C. The cut is used for getting the part of the line. Okay, the part of the line. So ls minus l dollar f1. So what is f1? F1 is my first file name. So that is 1.txt. Okay, so from ls minus l 1.txt cut minus c 1 to 10. So from here to here, okay, 10 characters I am cut. Okay, I'm getting only the 10 characters. Okay, so similarly in the second file, so what is the second file? F2, it is chap. Okay, so that is the second file. Again in the second file I'm getting only the 10 characters. To cut the 10 characters, cut minus c 1 to 10. Okay, is it clear? Are you able to follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this two lines, okay, these two lines will get only the 10 characters, that is only the permission from two files 1.txt and chap. And then what we do is we use if condition here, okay, and then we compare whether they are having the same permission. If they are having the common permission, we will display file common file permission and we will display the file permission which is stored in the variable file1. Okay, see here we are using, when you are displaying, when you are fetching, we have to use dollar, but when you are declaring, we are not using dollar. Okay, else if it is not same, okay, then we have to display separately their permissions. We are displaying it separately. Okay, so let me execute. sh. I stored the files in new folder. Okay, that is why I'm using here new slash if1 dot sh. Okay, I have to pass two file names. Okay, it will ask me to enter two file names. Okay, so here if I use read f1 and again read f2, okay, then I have to declare here in two separate lines. But since I have in a same single line, I am taking both the file names. Okay, I have to write 1.txt with the space, write another file name. Okay, since we are taking in the same line both the file names. Okay, here, what it is giving? Common file permission. Both are having common file permission. And what is the file permission? So this is the 10 character permission. Is it clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me take one more example. One is a chap and another one is chap1. Let's see whether they are having same permission. chap1. Common permission. Even this is having common permission. Okay. chap2. chap and chap. Again, they are having same permission. Okay. You can try the files which are having different permissions. Okay, here I'm having all the files with the same permission. Okay, you try to change and get different permission. In that case, it will different. It will display two file permission. If it is different, it will display it separately. Okay. So this is one example. Okay, this is asked in the question paper. Okay, write a program, okay, to check whether the two files are having identical permission. Okay, so this is one of the simple program, so to check whether the files are having identical permission. So next one, using text command and its shortcuts. Okay, so we are studying the next one, test command. Okay. So the test works. So test command are used for three ways. Okay, they can be used for three ways. They can be used to compare two numbers. So test is a command that can be used to compare two numbers. Second one, it can compare two strings or a single one for null value. Okay, you can compare two strings or you can compare a string with a null value. Okay. Next, third one, the text command can also be used to check the file attributes. Okay. So these are the three important things that can be done by using test command. So I'll explain later. So before that, let us know what are the numerical comparisons. Numeric comparisons. Okay, you have already studied these things in C programming and all. So these are some operators which is used, okay, when we are comparing the two numbers. Okay, when we are comparing two numbers, we'll be using these numerical comparisons. Okay, minus EQ, that means it stands for equal to. Okay, so make a note of this. Minus NE, so not equal to. Minus GT, greater than. Similarly, you have LE, less than or equal to. Okay, very simple to remember. Okay, so it's all are two character operators. Okay, so this one you have to remember, and you have to remember the meaning which will be used with the test command. Okay, so let's give some example. I'm taking two variables, x is equal to 5, y is equal to 7, and z is equal to 10. Okay. And I'm using test command, test dollar $x. Okay, so for checking equal to, we are using minus EQ. Okay, EQ stands for equal to dollar $y. Okay, so dollar question mark will tell you the status. Okay, status means it will tell whether they are equal to or not. Okay, here what it is giving? It is giving the status value 1. What does that 1 indicates? What does the status value 1 indicates? What if it gives 0? What are the status values you can have? Dollar question mark. What are the values? What if it gives 0? Last class we discussed, right? If it is giving 0, that means it is successful. Okay, if it is giving greater than 0, that means they are not equal. Okay, they are something went wrong. Okay, so here you can see $x. Okay, it is having 5 and $y it is having 7. So 5 is equal to 7. Is it true? Whether 5 is equal to 7?
No.
It is false, right? So that is why we are getting, okay, we are getting dollar question mark. Okay, 1. 1 means it is not equal to false. False. Okay. So 5 is not equal to 7. So false it is. So we are getting 1 here. Okay, let me give one more example. Test $x. I'm checking for less than $y. Echo dollar question mark. Now whether it is true or false. 5 is less than 7. True?
True.
Yes. In true, it will return the value 0. Okay. If it is false, it will return 1. If it is true, it will return 0. Okay, you can check this one more. Okay. I'll give greater than what it is used. GP, right? $x is greater than $y. Right. 10 is greater than 7. True it is. So if it is true, it is giving 0. Okay. So instead of writing test, okay, instead of writing test, I can also go for I can also write like this. Okay. Instead of writing test here, test command, I can also use square brackets. Okay, I can use square bracket here. Okay, $x, it is 5 is equal to 10. Okay, 5 is equal to 10. It is false. Okay, false. If it is false, it will give you the result 1. Okay, so this is square bracket. Okay, so square bracket and test have same meaning. Okay. Is it clear? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Please respond. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you write in the exam, give example, okay, and write these examples, okay, and write the comment. Okay, for example, not equal to, true, or 7 is greater than, or 7 is not greater than. Okay, so like this you have to write the comment. Okay. So script. So look at this one example. Okay. So this is a program where we are having if, elif, else, if construct. Okay, we are having this. Okay, and here we are using test command. We are using test command, and here dollar hash. What does dollar hash means? What does dollar hash means? What does dollar hash will give?
Total number of arguments.
Total number of arguments. So we are checking whether the total number of argument is equal to 0. Okay. So if it is, okay, then if it is 0, then we have to print we are having 0 argument. Okay. Yeah. So for example, if it is having one argument, we are printing. Okay, we are having one argument. Okay. Else, if we are checking whether it is having two arguments, okay, if it is having two arguments, then we are executing the grep command and we are displaying this. Okay, the pattern is found here. And else, okay, if all this condition fails, okay, last we are displaying you did not enter two arguments. Okay, checking entered one argument. If it is one argument, it is displaying you have entered one argument. Okay, if it is two argument, it will execute grep command. Else, okay, else if you have entered three or more or just zero argument, it will display you did not enter two arguments. Okay, so let us execute this. Okay, script 4.sh. Okay. See here, how many arguments you are having? We are telling, okay, so $0 will have the name of the command, right? It is having the name of the command. It is telling there is only one argument, that is the name of the file. Okay, so similarly, if I give India in the file 1.txt, we are giving India, there are how many arguments? Okay, one is the name of the file, okay, and we are having India and 1.txt. You could have written here, okay, zero arguments. Make the change. So see here, this is a, so that is depend on how you are going to display. Okay, so if you are writing like this, okay, you can tell that there is no arguments, zero arguments. Sh script 4.sh. Okay, you can tell there is a zero argument. Okay, and suppose if I am displaying India 1.txt, okay, there are two arguments. Argument is equal to 2, then it will execute this grep command. Okay, or here we are having or case. Or means if this fails, okay, if this fails, it will execute the next command. See here, I am giving one pattern which is not there, India 1, which is not there 1.txt. Okay, in that case, what it will give? India 1 is not found in 1.txt. Okay, else, for example, I am giving script 4.sh. Okay, I am passing more than two arguments, what it will display? You did not enter two arguments. Okay, if you are entering zero argument, it will display echo zero arguments. Okay. Okay. If you have entered two arguments, it will execute this grep command and it will, okay, if it is not found, the pattern is not found, it will go for the OR case. Else, if you have entered more than two arguments or, okay, more than two arguments, it will display you did not enter two arguments. Is it clear? Any doubt in this question? Do you want to explain me again? Any doubt in this? Is it clear? See, very simple. First, we are getting the number of arguments. Okay. So, number of arguments. So, it is here it is 0, here it is 2, and here it is 3. Okay. So, this is the name of the file, or you can have the command name. For that, it will not be counting. Okay. So, hash 0, it will give you the number of arguments. Okay. If it is 0, okay, in this case, if it is 0, it will display 0 arguments. If you are entering 2 arguments, okay, it will check whether it is equal to 2. If it is 2 and the command and the pattern is found in the file, it will display execute the grep command and it will give the output. If it is not found, then it will display this echo statement. Okay, India1 is not found in 1.txt. Else, if you are entering more than 2 arguments, it will display you did not enter 2 arguments. Is it clear? Any doubt in this program? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Understood, right? Pratiksha,
Yes, ma'am.
understood, right?
Yes,
Atta,
ma'am.
okay.
Ah,
So now we'll start the test. Okay.